So the old Datto's been a bit loose in the front end for a fair while now. So I've just sort of backed off, only going on little trips, no big trips, no medium trips, just little trips around town. And it's really sloppy in the steering, and you can just feel the whole front end really slopping around a bit. So just gonna have a look and maybe fix her up, see how we go. Holy shit. Look at that. So I can feel the bearing. It's slack. You can hear it too. One way you do it, you just do that to the wheel, and you can do it this way. But it looks like the shock is loose. The whole thing's pivoting. It could be up in the steering. Yeah, the shockey's not moving at the top, so it's up steering there somewhere. Well, there's your problem. This looks like the problem right here. Look at that. It's just going up and down, which adds, I'll rock the tyre, it's just adding heaps of slop in the steering. I'm not sure if there's a bush in there or it just needs tightening. Let's have a look on the other side. This one's a bit hard to get to. But that one looked alright. So yeah, I need to pop that off and see what's going on. So after checking out the service manual, that's the idler arm. To get it off, we need to take these two nuts off that mount it to the chassis, and we've got to get that split pin and nut off the top of there. Then we should be able to lift it out and have a look at it. So we'll do that. It's always a good idea to put the tyre take off underneath the body, so if for whatever reason the car drops down, at least you're not going to get totally crushed. It'll sort of hold it a bit above you. Ooh, bit of grease. We'll pop those bearings out later and check them out. The discs are good. There's the split pin we need to get out. And there's the two bolts mounted onto the car. So maybe I can get a good shot at that as I do it, but it's a bit tricky. So here we are from underneath. It's a bit dark. Hopefully you can see alright. There's just two bolts there that go through to here, and a split pin on top. It'd probably help if I undo the nut and not do it up. Goddamn boobies. That's what does it. Thinking about boobs. Well, Make that split pin easy to get to. And there's a split pin we need to get out. Well, I guess we don't actually need to take that ball joint out there, because we can get to what we want here. And this is the problem. Look at that. I imagine there's meant to be a rubber seal in there and it's just disintegrated. Like, look at it. That's crazy. It's got all this up and down slop, and then you've got this sort of slop. If there's... It has to have been some kind of rubber or nylon shim or something in there. Most probably rubber. So we just pop that top off, take that out, maybe we can see some remnants. Although it looks like they're pretty much gone. There we go. Yep, there's some hard something up in there. But that's what we need. We can leave that in place, which is good, because it looks like a pain in the ass to get on and off. So we need to go and get a bit that goes in there. Goes over that, and then that goes over that. I need to clean this up too, because you can see where it's been flogging around in there not evenly. Cool, we need to go and find out what that bit's called. There's definitely a seal or something in there. You can see the stuff that I've scratched out. It's so compacted, some of it's just mega shiny. But it's just whatever it was. Some kind of hard plastics, probably nylon or something. We're going to go find out what idler arm bush. That would probably be a good name for this. So we'll go and look for something like that, because we obviously need the part. It's just mushy gunk. Need to clean this up mega good too. Maybe give it a quick paint. Just sprayed some degreaser on it to let it soak in. Put it in a container. We'll let that just sit, think about itself, while I go and find the part. Oh, shed chicken. Come on, dogs. Don't sniff the chicken's butt. Hello, what have we here? I was just washing my hands and the book just happened to be open where I was looking at it, and you can see there's the bit that we've got out and cleaned the guts out of. Plastic bush. There's actually two, not one. So one goes in the bottom, one goes in the top. So we know what we're looking for now, what it looks like at least. Easy peasy. So there's the mount. I've just cleaned it up a bit. I'm going to whack it in the electrolysis machine and get that tiny little bit of rust that's on it off, convert it back. It's not really worth worrying about, but I just want to muck around with it, so I'll whack that in there for 30 minutes and then I'll paint it up, ready to go back on when the parts are right. There it is after an hour or two in the bath of electrolysis. It's come out pretty good. Probably could have done with longer in there to completely reverse the process, but you can see we'll bung some paint on that, some undercoat before it rusts. I don't know why I'm painting this to go back in, because look at it, it's under the car, no one can see it, but it's cool. I like it. There we have
painted part. Actually ended up using some old hammer finish, so that's why it looks that hammered effect. It's just a really old tin, and you know, might as well use it up before it goes bad. Come out good. The hammer finish actually covered up a couple of little imperfections. I didn't quite scrape enough paint away in one of the corners, and you can't even tell because of the bumpy finish. So it worked out well. Still waiting for the part to go on, so we'll do that and keep waiting. Finally, the bit has arrived. Took ages, nearly 2 weeks. I've been hanging out to get on the road in the Datsun style. This is all it is. End up getting the kit. This is what we need. This is what we're missing. This is what's meant to be in there, but there was just a tiny little bit of it left. Na-na! Sweet! It's the kit too, so it comes with the nut and a new washer, but nothing wrong with the old ones, but may as well put the new ones on. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Recode. Well, there it is. It's all in there. Can you see it? Go down for a look. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Cool. Back out. I've put a new tyre on. Ooh, one that's got tread. Not like the old one, which hasn't got tread. And look at this. Oh, it's going to be a little tricky. One hand. There's no clunk. There's no huge hunk of slop in it anymore. There's a little bit of movement there, which is the bearing. A little bit on the other side too. But we'll do that later. Just excited to get it back on the road. While I was waiting for the part, changed the water, changed the oil, cleaned the battery, checked over a few things. Beautiful. Can't wait to go for a drive.